So right now I put out the cleaned out super and the frames. There's still a lot of honey clinging to the stuff, and so it would be a shame to just wash it down the drain. So what you do is just put it out, and the bees come from wherever they come from. These are not all my bees. Clearly there's a bumblebee there. There'll be some wasps and flies. So anyway, these little insects will come in and they'll clean up all my equipment. These are some plastic sheets that I had put on the table, covered in honey, so the bees are enjoying themselves, collecting all that they can. I put this out like maybe 10 minutes ago, and they found it pretty quick. So sure enough, these bees here, they're like the first ones. They'll probably go to their hive, tell everybody else, and probably by mid-afternoon the place is going to be like a swarm. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. It's interesting enough, and maybe I'll show you when I come back later on. So this is several days after I collected my honey. This is, I guess, maybe 5 days. It was raining a couple days, and I had taken this out, the super. I took it out and I stacked the frames on top, and the bees came and they were collecting all the honey off of the surfaces of the wood. But I didn't bring this out, and it's a good thing because that same night after I took this out, it rained really hard, and then it rained the whole day afterwards, and I guess any remnants of honey that were on there were kind of washed off. This bee right here is trying to glean whatever was left on there. But anyway, so anyway, I did not take this down because it wasn't really heavy, but I didn't have enough arms, so I didn't get a chance to bring this out. But like I said, it's a good thing. This is the remnants of the comb, full of honey still. Not full of honey, but there's a lot of a lot of honey clinging to the surface of this beeswax. And so the bees are in there. They're sucking out all the goodness out of whatever is left in there. And they are having a good old time. The bees, well, there's some wasps in there too. There's a wasp or two that are, you gotta watch out for those wasps. They're a lot more, I guess, wily than the bees. In any case, the bees, they will essentially suck out all the honey out of the comb. They'll kind of rip each little part of the surface, because obviously they can't suck all the juice, all the honey out of this without getting into the middle. So they actually rip apart the comb pretty well. I did that 1 year previous, and it's just almost like powder by the time they're done. So anyway, camera cut out on me. So I just wanted to show you how the bees are in there. They're just doing a good job. Probably by the end of the day, most of it will be cleaned up. I don't know, this is a lot of wax, so they might not necessarily get pulverize it, let's say, but it's possible. We'll see what happens. I wanted to show you this cool thing. So I planted some ginger. I planted ginger, the kind that you just get at the store, and it makes this lovely tropical plant. It's a nice texture in the garden. Now I wanted to show you that it's got the this is like the roots expanding and growing out of the ground. So as the weather starts to cool off, as it gets colder and colder, the leaves will start to yellow. I think that they're already doing that here. They'll start to yellow, and then they just kind of fall off. They just break off of the roots, and then that's how you know that the ginger's ready. And then you can dig it up right away, or you can leave it in the soil. You know, that's a good way to keep it stored so that it doesn't dry out too badly and get wasted. These are my freesia plants that I planted from what Miss Linda gave me a few months ago. Tucked them in here. So I think that means I gotta bring this plant inside. It's a Jimmy Nardello, so it's definitely one of the plants I wanted to bring in. So anyway, that ginger is gonna be ready soon, I think. It's September. I mean, actually it's October 1st, so probably by the end of this month that ginger should be ready. So I wanted to show you how big my night blooming cereus has become. That flower is getting huge. There was another little pip, but I think it fell off, I guess, because I don't see it anymore. Yeah, there was another little pip hanging out from one of these leaves, but anyway, that's just as well, because it probably wouldn't have been ready by the time the season wears on. Anyway, so I'm about to bring this in the house maybe the next few days. It's supposed to be very warm, maybe close to 80 this week, but I think probably after Wednesday I'll bring it inside, because I don't trust the weather. I don't think it's going to freeze anytime soon, but you never know. We've already had freezing temperatures in upstate New York, which is fairly close to where I live, and you know, you just never know. So, and then I have all these things that I have to bring in the house. Like I said, I was already talking to you about that. It's this lovely plumeria. Still blooming. Still making lots of cool flowers. My tomatoes are still making a few tomatoes. And I wanted to show you that this is like the only habanero pepper that I got this year so far. And honestly, there's no promise really of any more, because this one, I thought it had some little flower buds, but they're only just now starting to open, I guess. And it being October, I don't know. We shall see. You just never know. Maybe we'll have an extra long summer. My Jimmy Nardellos are all ripening up nicely. I could pick them now, you know, but I think I'll let them ripen on the bush. So, we'll see how that goes. And this is another ginger plant. This one is a little bit more robust. Look at that. Can you see that the root is pushing out against the side of this thing? It's getting so big, so maybe there'll be a lot in there. I hope so. It's gonna be nice. 2 hours later, look at all those bees. They went and told their friends, and now they're all excited. Yeehaw!